CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and these are some of your top stories for today, January 9th, 2020. A U.S. appeals court judge stays a ruling blocking the military funding for the border wall. Nancy Pelosi announces today that the House will vote on limiting Trump's war powers on Iran. In other news, a Kentucky judge accused of a courthouse threesome has been suspended. And in some entertainment news, the actor and comedian Martin Lawrence says that he left Martin due to Tisha Campbell's sexual harassment claims. Let's get to the news. A U.S. federal appeals court on Wednesday put a hold on a lower court's ruling that blocked President Donald Trump's administration from using $3.6 billion in military construction funds to build a wall on the country's border with Mexico. The New Orleans-based 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals granted a stay pending the Trump administration's appeal on a December 10th decision by a federal judge that barred the funding's transfer. In a 2-1 ruling, the panel noted that the U.S. Supreme Court had stayed an injunction in a similar border wall case that the 9th U.S. Circuit appealed. Trump has made a stemming illegal immigration the major theme of his presidency and re-election campaign. The $3.6 billion amounts to a third of the approximately $10 billion that Trump has obtained for the border wall's construction during his presidency. A total that comes from a congressional appropriation and the redirection of the Defense Department and the Treasury Department funds. The House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, Democrat out of California, announces on Wednesday that the House will vote on Thursday on a war power resolution to limit the Trump administration military action against Iran. The announcement comes less than a day after Iran fired more than a dozen ballistic missiles at 2 Iranian air bases housing U.S. forces in response to a U.S. attack that killed its top Iranian commander, Qasem Soleimani, last week. Iran's retaliation had created some uncertainty among House Democrats early Wednesday about the pathway to a resolution. Last week, the Trump administration conducted a provocative and disproportionate military airstrike targeting high-level Iranian military officials, Pelosi said in a statement on Wednesday. The administration took this action without consulting Congress, she added. The action endangered our service members, diplomats, and others by risking a serious escalation of tension with Iran. Since then, the president has made it clear that he does not have a coherent strategy to keep the American people safe, achieve de-escalation with Iran, and ensure stability in the region. Members of Congress, however, were briefed on Wednesday by top Trump administration officials, including the Defense Secretary and the Secretary of State and the CIA Director and the Army General, as well as the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the justification of the airstrike. A Kentucky family court judge has been suspended with pay after she was accused of misconduct, including allegations that she had had a threesome in the courthouse. Don Gantry, a family court judge in the Keaton County in Kentucky, Northern 16th Judicial District, was charged with multiple counts of misconduct in November by a state judicial conduct committee. Gantry is accused of coercing court staff to work on her judicial election campaign and retaliating against employees who failed to support her campaign and hire a man with whom she was having a sexual relationship. According to the Conduct Committee documents outlining the charges, she denies all of the accusations. The judge was elected in November of 2018 and is alleged to have hired her lover, a former pastor, and allowed him to play guitar and sing in the office. disrupting other court employees during the workday. According to the documents, an attorney for Gantry has said that she did not realize that the man's behavior was a distraction, and the documents show. Gantry, her male lover, and a third court employee, a woman, also are alleged to have engaged in the sexual activity in the courthouse. Gantry denies all allegations, as well as according to the court documents. She faces a slew of other charges and allegations, among them that she took her children to work and allowed them to witness a confidential court proceeding. Once her child recognized one of the children involved in the confidential case, the conduct committee was alleged. The committee also accuses Gantry of approving false and inaccurate timesheets and allowing staff to store and consume alcohol in the court office and to consume alcohol in the courthouse. Gantry denies falsifying timesheets, and she said through a lawyer in the court response that she had been unaware that staffers were drinking. More than 20 years after his self-titled sitcom went off the air, Martin Lawrence is opening up about what led to the show's demise. In an interview with GQ magazine, Lawrence revealed that he left the show after his co-star Tisha Campbell accused him of abuse and sexual harassment. Although Martin stated that it was time to end the Fox series, he addressed Campbell's past allegations. None of it was true. It was all bullshit. Campbell abruptly quit The Martin Show back in 1997 following a string of incidences involving Lawrence, which included him getting arrested for acting outrightly while waving a gun in the middle of an intersection. According to a 1997 People's Magazine report, producers had sued Campbell for quitting the show, and she countersued with accusations against Lawrence. The parties reached an out-of-court settlement, and Campbell agreed to return to the show on the condition that she be allowed to film separately from Lawrence. Lawrence and Campbell have since moved on and have a good relationship, but never spoke about the claims. "We don't need to speak about something that just didn't happen," Lawrence said, "so I just decided to walk away from the show. I just decided to end it. People said we got canceled, but that wasn't the case. I decided to leave the show." "I love Tisha," he continued. "I've seen her then and now and then, always with nothing but love. I have nothing but love for her and always have." Elsewhere in the interview, Lawrence reflects on his career beginnings, feeling overworked at the height of his sitcom, and taking a break from the entertainment world. The Maryland native also touched on his turbulent past and a 1996 arrest for carrying a concealed weapon, slipping into a coma, and learning how to walk again. Thank you for watching CCN News. Thank you for listening. I ask that you please like, share, and subscribe. As always, you have to be the change that you want to see. Have a great day. Peace.